Greetings, family, and welcome back to another episode. I am your host, Shaka Heru, aka King Fire the Fresh King, alongside my gracious and beautiful host.
Lady Lotus, queen of the positive vibes.
And this is another episode of Pure Vibes, the podcast.
What's going on, Polo Don? You looking debonair.
I mean, it's just another day. It's another,
Ooh.
another day, another weird. You know what I mean? You're looking very sparkly yourself. You're always very fashionably up to par. You know what I mean? And very exquisite and debonair.
I appreciate
I'm gonna say
it.
so myself. You know what I mean?
Drip
you
or drum.
you have a nice je ne sais quoi going on. Yo, what's good, people? I hope everybody is doing well out there, man. Welcome back. As we getting into it, this is episode number. What episode is this?
4, 5?
Yeah, we're on episode number 4.
4.
Yeah, we rolling, man. We rolling in, man. Episode number 4, right? That means we going good. Everything is grooving and moving. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be alive. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that you're here. How are you doing?
I'm feeling amazing.
That's good. How is things going on with you in your world?
My world is good.
That's good. That's always good. You know what I mean?
You feeling how you looking?
Most of the time, yeah. You know what I mean? It's a possibility.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. So, what are we talking about today, man? You already know, man. This is the Pure Vibes podcast, man, where we discuss love, life, relationship, lies, and everything in between, you know? So, Lady Lotus, what are we talking about today, man? What we got on the agenda?
Let's dive right in.
Let's get into it.
Comfortable? You good?
I'm always strapped in, locked and loaded.
So, in a relationship,
Indeed.
you gotta pick one. Love or loyalty?
What do I find most important, or what I'm gonna look for in a relationship? Which one?
What's the most important?
I think I'm gonna need them both, you know.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna need love and loyalty.
What's loyalty? Do you
Like-
think that's relative? You think it's defined, or you think that one has to define loyalty for themselves?
I think you should have I think loyalty stand on what loyalty is, you know what I mean? But I think everybody have their definition of what their loyalty is. And to me, it's just exactly what it is, meaning I could trust somebody. Like, you want a loyal girl, if you go out of town, you know she ain't bringing the next man in the house, chopping him up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that type of thing. You want a loyal girl, you know what I mean? Somebody that's gonna hold you down, have your back, make sure that they're always there for you, and, you know, that type of way. I think that's the loyalty. And I think love, of course, you want somebody that you're gonna be fully in love with, and somebody that's fully loving you, because why would you want to waste your time?
You think you stay in love all the time? When you're in a relationship, you think you're in love the whole time?
That's a crazy question. You know, nobody never asked that. I'd never heard somebody ask that question before. Can true love ever die?
No.
Can real love ever die?
I think love and being in love are two totally different things.
You mean loving and being in love? Okay. Yes, it can be. You know, it can be, but I don't think they should be separated, though.
No, not separated, but I'm going to always love you, but there are going to be moments realistically that I'm not in love with you.
I think, you see, that's where the fuckery come in. You should always be in love with me. Just today, I don't feel like I really love you today.
No.
But you should always be in love with me.
I love you.
Right.
Always.
Right.
But you could be evolving, you could be changing, we could be going through stuff. I just might not get that tickle in my fancy for you during certain time. That it's all relative.
No, right,
I may have to get to know you again, and maybe this version of you that presents now, I have to fall in love with. It's a real thing. People don't want to talk about that.
But
the reason why I can stay with you and commit to being in the process is because I love you, even when I'm not in love with you. You can't be with somebody forever and be woo about them the whole entire time, realistically.
This is why I say relationships get complicated, you know what I mean? Because
it's not.
What are you telling me here? That we get into a situation and now you're telling me you're falling out of love with me now?
No,
you're not feeling the tickle in your fancy. Like, what You know what I mean? How am I
No, not.
supposed to-
I'm just being real.
I get you.
I'm
I get you.
a realist,
I get
right?
you. So
And
what do people want?
We
What
have
do
had
women want?
we have had friendships and otherwise. It's just like your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? That's your man's in them, but sometimes he get on your fucking nerves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to kick it with him right now. Sometimes you going to just chill by yourself or whatever the case may be. What I'm saying is relationships have ebbs and flows, and you're not always in the height of that fantasy phase of love. Love has dimensions.
Now, I do believe that there's a honeymoon phase in every relationship that people call it, right?
And it happens over and over again.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't like the way that you say about. I don't like the falling in and out of love. I feel like you should stand in that, man. You know what I mean? I feel you should stand in it. Bitter, cold
I am
shoulder.
in it. That's why I said they are two different things. I always love you.
But
That's
I want
not.
you to be in love with me all the time too, though. I don't want you to separate it. I don't want you to feel like, oh, because something happened today, you know.
No, I'm
we
not
on a
making
different-
it like,
we on a different, you know.
What if I'm not making it a minimal thing, but what if you evolve into a person who I don't know? I have to get to know
What
that.
does that mean? This is why relationships are complicated. What do you mean evolve? I'm the same person. How I evolve? What do? Did I grow horns overnight?
You don't believe that people evolve?
In what way though? But
In every way.
When women say that though, it's like some complex, like, oh, you've changed. How I changed? What are you talking about?
But why
You
do
don't
people?
like? What are you talking
We
about?
make positive negatives. We're supposed to change. This moment right now is changing to another moment. April is getting ready to turn to May.
Okay, I'll accept
You feel what
that.
I'm saying?
I'll accept that.
So we, as people, we evolve. My maturity level right now is one that I don't recognize.
Okay.
And sometimes you don't realize it until you're in situations and you handle it or you show up totally different. And you like, oh wait, I'm showing up as a different version of myself. So my point is, just like I'm having to get to know myself because I'm evolving, it's the same in a relationship. So just because I'm with you doesn't mean that I don't have my own personal process as a person.
But I still feel like when women say change, their change is, oh, we used to go out, we don't do that no more. Oh, you used to do this and that, you don't do it no more. That's when.
That's consistency.
Oh my goodness. You see what I'm
It's
saying?
not
There's so
complicated.
many new. Let's just say what it is. Relationships are very complicated. They
I don't
take
think they
work.
are.
There's so many nuances, so many nooks and crannies of it that you could, you know what I mean? That's what it is. You don't pay me any attention. We don't do this anymore. You don't show me any, like.
That's
there's
standard
so many
stuff.
I know, but it's like how many things we're trying to do. Like, yo, give us a break.
A break.
All
It
you
should
wanna
be
do is-
natural. If
all
you
you wanna-
love me, if you care about me, if you want to be with me,
You're loved.
those things
You're
should
cared
ooze
about.
out of you.
You're loved. You're cared about.
How do I know?
I'm here.
And your presence alone equals love to me?
It
No. Why?
Because
It could just mean
if
you
I didn't
like
love
it
you, I
here.
wouldn't be here.
No, it could just mean you like it here and I got a bomb ass vibe. It could mean anything.
A bomb vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when women get a little bit too happy. They say, "Why your vibe?" It's a bomb vibe. It could be that. No.
It could,
that's
I'm
not
saying
love.
for a guy, just because he's with you doesn't mean he loves you. What are you saying? How many? You know you done been with people who you didn't love before. Call me back.
That's a.
Call me back. You
That's
know,
a- that's
come
a
on
different
now.
level
We're
of-
gonna keep it funky around here.
That's a different level of things. You know what I mean? But
Now
might-
it's a different level of
you
thing.
might have a point to that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't. All right. You know, if I evolve, you know, when I say that too, is just like when a woman say you've evolved. If evolve is good.
Yes.
When a woman tell you that you've changed, that's a different type of story.
Change
Because then
can
it's
be
like-
good though.
Yeah, change can. When more time when a woman says like, oh, we used to do this and we used to do that. Da, 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 da,
She just
and we
telling you
used to-
you being inconsistent. That ain't a her thing. That's a you thing.
You see what I'm saying? Why is
Why
never-
can't you be
Why is
consistent?
never a your thing, ladies? Why is always a
We gon'
always a our thing? Why it can't be a your thing?
No, we gonna own our stuff. We gonna own it. But
Some of you.
well, I'm gonna own mine. But it sounds like you've been having some consistency issues. But this is the theory I live by. You ain't gotta buy into it.
I mean, you know.
But listen to me. Don't introduce me to a vibe that you cannot maintain.
And what does that mean?
It means be consistent.
Listen,
don't start doing nothing that you don't intend on continuing to do. I need the real you from the gate. All that representative stuff, tricks are for kids.
Well,
I need to know who you are. So if you don't be dating, don't date me. Don't even start doing that. Because I'm going to be looking for you to take me out. I am. Why would you stop?
So, I mean...
Why would you stop? You get it and then you get comfortable with it.
Yes, we're comfortable now. You in the bag, I'm in the bag, we good. Well, we still need to... come on.
We need to spend time outside of life. Yes, absolutely, we do.
Yeah, we could go on trips and vacations and all of that. You know what I mean? But, do you really still need to be extra spoiled? Like, you know what
that's not spoiled. That is creating an environment outside of day-to-day routine and activities. When you change the atmosphere, it provokes different conversation. It takes you away from reality for a moment. And it is important as a couple to do that, to bond in those type of ways. When things become mundane and you have a lot of monotony, what do you have?
Well, now...
routine.
Now you know what you're doing? You're causing me to redefine my love.
How? Why?
Because now you're causing me to have to keep saying and verbalizing my emotions.
That's a whole nother show, because that has to do with your love language. And if you are uncomfortable with certain things, it's because you're not operating inside of your love language. But when you love somebody, you have to love them inside of their language, not your own. So if you like gifts and you're trying to give me gifts, but gifts don't translate to me as love.
I mean, you have a point with that. But suppose my way of expressing it is by giving you gifts. I'm giving you gifts. We going out every now and then, you know what I mean? We hang out and stuff like that. We spend time together. We having a good sex life, you know what I mean? And everything is Gucci, as they would say. What's going on? Why the crying? Why the whining? Why the complaining?
Because you're not speaking to me in my language. You're speaking to me in your own language. That's the way it translates to you. You can't go to another country and be mad that they don't know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't receive love that way, you can't change my language. I can learn you and accept it if I choose to. But if you know that love means this to me, then love me like that. If I know that you like gifts, then and that makes you know that I love you, then I'm gonna gift you.
See?
If I understand that about you. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn that. I always loved people how I wanted to receive the love. And they couldn't receive it because that's what I want. So I'm serving up, and I'm missing the mark because it's not translating to them. You gotta say what it is. You can't have expectations and people not know what those are, and then they get penalized when they don't meet them.
Well, ladies, say what you want, you know?
Speak your
mind in peace, because closed mouth don't get fed, man. That's what they say, right? So, I mean...
I don't care if we together 20 days or 20 years, you gonna take me out. Because when you met me, I was probably out. And I take myself out.
Let me tell you how I always felt. I always felt that if we've been in a relationship this long, you supposed to already know how I feel. Do I gotta keep redefining my emotions?
Why don't you want to?
Because I feel
like... Why don't you want to look at me and say, damn, girl, I love you?
Because I feel like it's already spoken, it's already said.
Affirming. What's wrong with affirming it?
Affirming it is
we're women
waking up and we still together. Affirmation.
Your presence. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you something. Because hold on, y'all. Excuse me. Because I'm gonna help him.
I mean,
if you move through life thinking that your presence alone is enough to affirm a woman, you might as well slide that chair over and get used to being in that corner by yourself, because that's not gonna resonate. We are women.
Okay.
We want to be loved. We want to feel loved. We're not a basketball. We're not a rap track. We're not your homeboy. We are gentle, soft, nurturing beings, and we want to be handled as such.
I hear you.
Tell me you love me. every time you look at me.
You see, it's work. Relationships is nothing but work.
You don't want to hear. You don't want her to tell you.
I mean, I feel like you might have a point. You know what I mean? I feel like if I gotta refresh it every now and then, I don't mean refreshing the browser every now and then. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna keep refreshing the browser. You know what I'm trying to say? Learn me, love me, learn that I love you, and let's move along. You don't have to keep making it a song and dance every other week. Do you love me? You don't show me. Yo, just last week everything was good, so I don't love you this morning now. All of a sudden, I lose my mind.
So if I'm asking to feel you a little bit more, what's wrong with that? You rather make a big to do out of it than just give me that? What's wrong with that?
Because I feel like
you feel like she asking you for what she want, you talking about what you feel like.
I mean, you have to express yourself too, right?
Yeah, you do. And if you're there, it's because you want to be there, right? So that means she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. And if all she's asking you for is to be affirmed, you in a really good situation. Next topic.
Yeah, let's move along. People.
Yeah.
We run into it, you know? This is why we need these.
I wish I wouldn't have wore a collar today because it's warm under there.
I mean, when you're at least when you're at the pop, you take a pop it. You know, we think about it like that.
Alright, this is grown. You got your ID?
It's somewhere there, both.
Alright, so what's good sex?
Ooh. I think that.
Nah, we not. You said no song and dance, right?
Yeah, no song.
Alright.
Good sex for me is that's a really complex question, I think, you know, because I think that's like I think good sex comes with a connection. I think that's definitely first. Because I think the deeper connection you have with a person and you know their ins and outs and you know their body and you know them very well, I think that's when you have the better sex. With a connected person.
So men just be real willy-nilly. I'ma challenge that because men be out here just...
You know why? Because you can't.
They just want sex.
It was always told that you can't give every woman the D. You know what I mean? Some of them have to get the lowercase and some of them have to get the capital. You feel me? If you trying to wife that, give her the capital. You feel me? Give her the capital. If you don't want to stick around, lowercase. You know
so what about your ego though? What you give her lowercase and then word on the street is...
She not sticking around, so whoever she word on the street to, that's cool. It's alright.
So the connection, okay, so that's on a deeper level. We know you know, philosopher extraordinaire. But let's get to the nitty gritty. Like what's
good sex is, I think it starts off with good vagina. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
What's good vagina? Manicure, unmanicured?
It could be in between. If she's a little natural, but if she's natural but cleanse, you could abide by the rules. You know what I mean? Bald, that's all good too. You see what I'm saying? If she's fresh and freshly shaven is all good too. But I think moisture is one of the things that might lead to, you know, because if a desert dry, you can't have too much fun in a dry desert. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? And I would say for men, I don't know. I don't know what it is for women though. But I think for men, I think it starts off.
What about control? You want a pillow princess or you want somebody that's moving around?
I want a little dirty wine. You know what I mean? I want the wine just a little dirty. You know what I mean? I don't want it too prim, press, and proper. You know what I mean? Like I think that saying about a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. Yeah, I think that thing holding it. I think that's real. I think most men admire that.
What if she give it to you quick?
I'm not gonna judge her on it.
You sure you're not gonna lose respect or nothing?
Not to say. No, not lose respect, but judge might be different though, because I think every woman is different. Depending on how this woman come across, I think you're gonna judge her based on that.
So you think you can catch a vibe that you can trust from the gate?
Sometimes it could be a you thing, you know. Sometimes it could be just that vibe that she caught with you, that moment right there that make her break all rules, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it'd be hard to just label her, oh, this is what she always do, even though it might cross your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you don't hold it against her.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold it against you. Only
So
thing
do
I'm
you-
gonna hold against you is my body. You feel me?
Do you treat a woman with good JJ better than one that's a little whack? You try to groom the whack one, or you keep going back to the sauce?
Let me tell you something, yo. You have to be born with it. It ain't Maybelline, you know. Yo, listen, you can't make it up. You know what I mean? Like and ladies, we know when it have too much mileage, you know. We know when it have too much mileage.
Do you really know? Cause men be saying that, but then I'm chilling with the homeboys and they talking about, oh, she the only one I'm with, and I know she was with somebody else. I be seeing her with somebody else, and you talking about you know. Do y'all really know?
Cause dumb mind them ain't doing their homework and their research.
Oh, so you reading books and shit?
Listen to me.
Ladies, y'all better
Research.
the
That's
men
all
out
I'm
here
trying to
reading
tell
this
man.
shit.
Listen
You
to me,
serious?
man. Studying like an engineer to
So
study an
you
engine.
telling me that it's always obvious?
I ain't gonna say obvious. One or two might slip through the cracks because they have little tricks, you know. They have the little Kegel tricks. They have the little tightening juices. They might splash. You know what I mean? Little
Oh, you
things
big
that be
read.
going on. I mean, they have certain things they can do. You know what I mean? But you know, there's some. Yeah, man. There's.
What
some,
if you like her, but she got heavy mileage?
If you could do the hokey pokey in it, it's not a good, you know, thing because it's like you want something that you can feel grip to. You want a woman that feels, you know, yeah. You know what I mean? You don't want it to be like a spoon inside of a mug. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh my!
No offense to those muggers out there. You know what I mean?
Where the hell he hanging?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you can swim. Lord, a spoon in a mug.
Yeah, I mean.
These analogies. Where do you get this stuff?
Clitting. Yeah, you know that thing there be. Anyhow. Yeah.
I apologize on her behalf.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I'm sorry, man. You know, but yeah, just the same way women like to talk about man size, this, that, and his stamina. I mean, you have some woman out there. Sometimes it don't be the man, you know. Sometimes it could be you.
Yeah, but some of y'all be whack too.
I can't speak for them because you know what I mean. I don't know what mine be doing.
I'ma speak
I just
for
gotta
the
take
ladies.
the women word for it.
Cause you
know
ain't
what I
gonna be clinking us in no mug, and we not get to it about y'all either,
mean? Oh shit.
huh? Cause
man.
some of y'all we don't even need to start the clock for, and some of y'all ain't got no game, no finesse. You know
What do you mean? What do you mean game and finesse? What is that?
Man, listen.
What is that? Please explain to me because I would like to know. What do you mean game and finesse?
I think men are physical, so they're stimulated differently, and some men just don't understand that a woman, what turns a woman on, it take a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of y'all be a little bit too anxious. You gotta relax.
Yeah. You gotta be.
You gotta take your time because
you gotta suck fingers and you know what I mean.
If that's what it calls
kiss,
for.
you know what I mean, all over. Sometimes it's all about, you never see that real passion where it's just about ripping you apart.
That's
sometimes you need that.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't want no rub. I don't want to rub down every 5 minutes. Sometimes y'all want some badness. And y'all be listening to all this music talking about all. Nah.
No. Now don't get me wrong.
Where mixed signals at.
Don't get me wrong. Cause you know what I'm saying. I can go in the boardroom or the alley.
Because I'm trying to figure it out. You know?
We do want that sometimes, but for a woman, this is what men have to understand. Now, this right here is a game changer. All right, for a woman, sex is about intimacy. We know how to please ourselves way better than y'all ever could. Let's just put that out there. So when we connect with y'all, we want to hear your deep voice in our ear. We want to smell you. We want your muscles around us and stuff. Like it's a whole thing for us. It's not a microwave experience. This is some old oven preheat type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
all that jackrabbit and carrying on. You gotta get these people your books, man.
Yeah, jackrabbit that carrying on.
Man, should have you given me the wrong name, your ex phone number, and all type of mess. Just never mind. Y'all got us messed up out here, and y'all gotta understand the assignment too, cause that brings me to my next little thing I want to talk about.
I mean, please, by all means, indulge.
So this little side piece epidemic that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's a heavy one.
Yeah.
That's a heavy one. I mean, speaking on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna come from the women first, because I feel like men don't understand that sometimes y'all feel like y'all be playing us and the whole time we be game. So you might be trying to come at me like you playing me or whatever, but that's all I'm really here for anyway. You know what I'm saying? So don't be trying to woo me and talk to me and all of that, because it ain't that. Just answer when I call.
Shit.
Can you handle that?
I mean, if that's what's on the menu, you know what I mean?
I'm saying,
that's what
y'all say, or you'll say, I'm not ready for a relationship. So then when I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to kick it with you, at 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm just trying to, you up?
I mean, it is what it is, though. But you have to be emotionally
ain't no emotions.
Yes, because
emotions.
Can you play that position and hold it down? If you know that, listen, this might have a life or whatever's going on, but we have a vibe that we can keep. Are you willing to? Because some of y'all want to play this position and then your heart can't handle it.
There are some of them, but if you understand the game, if you in that type of situation, ain't no emotions. You gotta compartmentalize. If it's fun, it's just fun. You gotta turn that shit on and off. You know what I'm saying? You can only have emotions where it's safe to have emotions at. And if it ain't mutual, then you need to put your emotions in your pocketbook. And we have needs and stuff too. So if that's what it is and it's good, then just give me what I'm here for, and we can keep it pushing.
Shit. What I should be asking,
I might text you good morning or now and then or whatever.
What I should be asking is fellas, can you play a side piece position? Because you see me,
y'all do it all the time and you don't know it.
That might be some real shit too, you know.
Might be.
No. That is some real shit.
It is. I'm telling you.
That is some real shit. Not your boy though. Not your boy. I would hope not. Not your boy. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you one thing though. Y'all definitely play the game better than men.
Yeah, cause y'all be overzealous. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be thinking, it's what y'all like to play games. You know what I'm saying? That bait stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you will do everything to make her like you. Then she start feeling you or whatever, and then you play with her, cause you just want to have her there whenever you want her. But the whole time we not really tripping, cause we doing other stuff here anyways. Don't get the game twisted.
I mean, I believe it. Like I said, I believe women play the game better than men do. I've always believed that, which is why I never really trust a lot of them.
Really?
What? No.
You don't trust women?
I didn't say I don't trust all women, but many situations that I've been in, my trust level has been very minute.
Would you mess with a girl that had a dude?
I think I've been in situations like that before. All right, so I'm gonna say this for the saucy segment, but yeah, I've been in that position before.
You knew it, so when you met her, you knew?
Yep, I was about 17 years old.
Nah, that don't count. I'm talking about like...
As a big man?
Yeah.
Nah.
What if you turned out? What if she got you?
Turned out?
No, what if she... So, women don't be turning y'all out. Y'all don't get sprung, y'all don't lose y'all head over good sex like we do.
I think it got to be more to it for me.
You think that's a maturity thing?
I think so, cause like when I was a kid, yeah, but like she got good sex, but what else? Like it got to be a different type of a thing there too, because then after that, then what? I can't stand.
Is that a real male thing though?
What?
Speak for the men, like.
Most people are probably satisfied with the
Just the
latter, yeah.
The good thing.
If you can do that without minus the headache, yeah. Because men feel like relationships are a headache because they're at work.
Why don't you want to work at something that's good? Because if you wanted to be there, you love her, this is what you want, why don't you want to do what it takes to keep it?
And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying that
It's like putting your polo in the cleaners. You love it, so you want to do that. You want to keep it fresh. You look at your face. That took it to a whole nother.
I mean, you have a.
Look how you
have somewhat of a point. I mean, I don't.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Don't try to dumb it down. You know what I'm saying? Even your dirty low, you don't just be throwing it on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you're gonna get it ready to go to the cleaners.
Not true, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So what's wrong with treating a relationship like that? I think men hear relationship and they just freak out.
You know, titles come with pressure, I feel like. When you start putting titles on things, now I feel stressed out.
But I feel like that's a bit of manipulation too, because I feel like men say they don't want titles because it still leaves you the gateway to do whatever you want to do.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. I don't want to commit. I want the benefits of you, but I don't want to commit to you. So even if he decides to do something else, he's well within his right because he's not committed to you. So it still leaves things very open-ended. But I think it's unfair because you spend time with somebody, you get connected with them, and inevitably, you cannot help growing emotionally. It happens naturally. So when you're doing these things with a person, it's going to naturally grow. So then once I grow, then you telling me you don't want nothing. What do men expect women to do with that?
Sometimes I think things get a little bit heavy. You know?
Y'all know what y'all be doing.
I don't know what that means. Like
you do.
Sometimes you just going through a situation and you find yourself in a situation that it might almost feel like you bite off more than you can chew sometimes.
What does that mean? Because most men, well, I ain't gonna say most, but when you approach a girl, 9 times out of 10, you know what you're signing up for. Y'all are very good judges of character. You know.
No, I think women are better than that.
No, but you know what type of girl, because that's why you're after her for whatever reason. Whether it be a certain setting or how she's dressed or whatever. Even how you might approach her. You're going to approach a different woman a different way.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you know exactly what's going on. So when you say bite off more than you can chew, what do you mean? Like when you approach her, you know if she a baddie or you know if she independent or...
That don't have nothing to do with if I want to spend the rest of my life with you, or that don't have nothing to do with... Because the first thing I'm working off is the radar, how she look. She bad, she look good, I want that. I'm going to go impress her. Later on you find out, man, I don't know if I really want to be with this person for the rest of my life. You look good, you good eye candy, but I don't know if you want to be... You know what I mean? That happens.
Okay, and then what? That's when y'all ghost. You just dip off. Don't say nothing.
Those things happen too, you know.
I like when you get quiet. That mean I got the nail right on the head.
Sometimes you have a point on certain things, and sometimes you have a point, but yeah.
Why you gotta say sometimes?
Because that's what it is.
Why can't I just be right when I'm right? You know what I'm saying?
When you're right, you're right.
I feel like you don't be trying to give me my little thing.
I mean, when you're right, you're right. Can't lie. Yeah, fam, this has been another episode of the Pure Vibes Podcast with your host, Shake Rue, aka King Fire, the Fresh King, alongside my co-host,
Lady Lotus, Queen of the Positive Vibe.
And we're saying peace, love, and prosperity. Until next time.
Let me, that's the only time it feel keep me tool and them close by villa. Roll me spliff and me say hasta la vista, but me never did a pass it to Keisha. The kind of gal with a smoke up your chiba. I me the kind of man that's stingy with me reefer.